Welcome to the Weekly Thrive Report, and I'm your host, Greg Ehill, the Culture Change Agent. This week has been one of the most powerful and transformational weeks of my entire life. I'm not being extra dramatic because it's a YouTube channel. I'm being sincere and honest. I just want to start off this podcast by first saying thank you for subscribing. Second, I want to let you know this. Respect where you came from. Respect where you came from. Mind you, I didn't say remember where you came from. I said respect where you came from. I know last couple weeks I've been getting in my preacher mode, kind of yelling, kind of being angry and looking into the camera so intensely. But today I just want to talk to you for a second. This weekend, or specifically Friday, I had the opportunity to keynote the opening of a conference at East Carolina University for AHEC's Future Healthcare Leaders Conference. And it was a phenomenal experience. I shared a word, shared a message I thought was powerful. But the most important process of this whole thing is after I shared my speech, after I told my story and gave some key points on not only how they can utilize the information that they get from the conference, but take it and really apply it to their everyday lives. There was like 50 people standing in line waiting to get a picture, and it was very humbling. I ain't gonna lie, like coming from where I come from, you see 50 people standing in line to get a picture. They're telling their stories, they're inspiring, they're encouraging. These are high school students that are just, man, they're gonna be phenomenal. And in the morning, Saturday morning, I had the opportunity, somebody that's reached out and been following me for the last couple years on Snapchat. They reached out because they had a problem or they had a question about communication. So I gave them over an hour of my time talking to them about how they can improve their interview skills and giving them a little pep talk so next week they can kill and knock out their job interview and take their career to that next level. And the person said, man, I've been following you for the last couple years, and yo, I can't believe that you even took time out your schedule to even contact me. Like, it really means a lot to me, and I know that you're busy, I know that you have a lot going on, but I view you in the terms of kind of like a celebrity of sorts. And if you're listening right now, I didn't get the big head, but I mean, it really spoke volumes to me. And first, I received that compliment, but as soon as he said that, my mind flashed back to when I was eating out of trash cans. My mind flashed back to North Carolina A&T State University where I was sleeping in libraries. And it was hard to process it at the moment, but I still see myself in that way. And the most incredible part is that next day, right? I'm driving to Duke to do a little 3-mile run with a couple of my guys, and I parked the car and I tried to raise the window up because my AC on my car broke. Trying to raise the window up and the window wouldn't go up. So I said, let me turn the car on so I can get the window up. Car wouldn't start. Took like 10 minutes just to get the car to start. The window wouldn't go up. We had to break the thing down. I'm still trying to, we trying to figure and push the window up. It didn't work. It spent an hour of time. We didn't end up running. We done went to 3-4 car shops and the window still didn't come up. So I'm sitting here the night before, 50 people waiting to go in line with me. 3 hours earlier, I want to call, giving word to somebody that put me on a level that I probably shouldn't be at. And then I'm sitting here like, yo, I can't even start my car and my window gonna come up. So it just reminds you that, of course, these people in your life that you're looking up to, you affirm them, they're great, but they go through stuff too. And that just reminded me that I never get too high on stuff because I respect where I came from. Just 5 years ago, like I said, eating out of trash cans. 5 years ago, homeless. 5 years ago, begging my parents for money and all this other stuff. And it's just kind of mind-boggling that we've got to this point. But I never forget. And the reason why I'm even sharing this with you, because I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're going through. But if you are experiencing some form of success, I challenge you to not also remember where you came from, to humble yourself, but respect where you came from so you can encourage and empower those that are trying to get where you need to go. You need to share those open stories. You need to be that person and say, I was there and this is what I did. If that person doesn't take your conclusion, it is what it is. But you need to be that person, that support, and that role model, that blueprint for that person to take whatever they're doing to a whole nother level. Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to document every step of the process so the speaker, the author, the future culture change agent, the future podcaster, when he's looking at these videos, when you go to my YouTube channel, he's going to look at the oldest videos and like, yo, he only had 100 views, and in 3 years he got all these subscribers. In 3 years he has all these influence. I want them to see brick by brick not only my success saying work hard, but how I actually did it. So that's why I'm doing this today. But let me be real quick. So now we're off to the great things that happened this week. First great thing that happened this week. And during my keynote, there was a young lady after, and I said something about beliefs and other people's expectation of what you should do in their life. And she said, yo, Mr. Hill, my parents have been pushing me to be a doctor, pushing me to be a nurse, pushing me to be in the medical field. And what I realized, I really just want to be a superintendent of a public school system. That's where my heart is, helping people. I've been working in this space over the last couple years. I'm a junior in high school. I got this nonprofit I'm working with. I love working with children. And your speech gave me the confidence to tell my parents, hey, this is the career I really want to be at. And thank you for those words. And that really affirmed me. And I was like, ooh, it really made my day. So that's one nugget. Second thing of the week is one of my older teachers in my school told me I was a great teacher. Case in point, I know I have a lot of room to improve. I'm not a model teacher. I'm not a phenomenal teacher. But just to have somebody older in the profession come to me, look me in my eyes, say, man, I like how you treat your students. I like how you build with them. And I see what you're doing, young man. Keep it up. It really meant a lot to me because a lot of times people tell you great stuff about yourself. People affirm you. And a lot of times we just brush it off. We just be like, all right, thank you. And don't really take it all in. But if somebody tells us negative, we automatically in our feelings, we in our bag and all this other stuff. So I just have to challenge myself at times. So if somebody give me a compliment, say, hey, your message really moved me, or hey, I liked your video, to receive it and move forward in that way. And the last great thing that happened this week, I've been drilling down the importance of acknowledging small wins as you grow. Last week we got over 10 subscribers to this YouTube channel. I'm grateful and humbled by that. I'm cherishing every single small win through this journey. So I appreciate y'all for continuing to support and rock in. And I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, one area I want to improve. During my speech, like I said, there's one of the points I made during my speech is every time you go into a situation, before you go into it, write down, A, what are you trying to learn from it? And then after the situation, say, what did you learn from it? So during my speech, after it, I learned this one thing. A, always do your sound check around the whole room. I did a sound check like where I was at, like, oh, the mic good, boom. Right when I started, the mic only got 2/3 of the room. We in this big auditorium, and I had to use my own voice to project the whole time. And I wasn't about to be yelling at them the whole time. So there's parts of my presentation where I would just talk and having that come to Jesus moment. And the back half of the room, they hear me. So I have to do my due diligence going forward and making sure a cerebral sound check is done. Last thing is I have to have a photographer plan. Because I had 2 cameras, but at the end where all these people were taking pictures, I didn't have a plan on how I was going to capture the pictures and capture that whole moment. So as a business, I need to operate with intentionality in all aspects. Whether it be my speech, I got that covered. But with the photography plan, with the lighting, with the sound, so that's on me. The recommended tool or resource this week is actually a song. It's a song that goes by, it's by Motley. This dude is about to blow up, right? And I know if you're not into electronic music, when you look at it, it's electronic music, but it's just a vibe. And it's my waking up ringtone now, and it's inspiring and encouraging. Don't away from me. I'm not gonna sing, but it's just, I don't know what it is, so I guarantee you, listen to that song, and I listen to it when you wake up, listen to it while you walk, and I guarantee it'll do something for you. My big idea of the week. Live Minority Trailblazer podcast in 5 major cities this summer. It's been in my heart and I just want to try something new. I know we've been doing the podcast for 3 seasons, a year and a half, but I'm like, yo, let's take this thing on the road. So I believe we're going to Houston, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and Atlanta. I believe those are the 5 cities we're going to be at this summer. I haven't finalized it yet, but it's an idea I had and I just want to put it out there. We're going to do live podcast and probably a mixture after, so the minority entrepreneurs or the high school students, whoever's in those spaces in those cities can come sitting in on some great dialogue and conversation and also get a chance to network after. So I'm putting that in the atmosphere. So if you're in one of those major cities, you want to connect, reach out, greg@greghill.com. Thank you so much for people that reach out, send me resumes, send me feedback to my email. I read it all and I appreciate all that. All right, my big takeaway this week is simple. Nobody's going to give you help if you don't ask for it. I repeat that. Nobody's going to give you any help if you don't ask for it. I realized in a couple situations this week where I needed help, specifically in planning an event, the Minority Trailblazer Conference, and I was like, I do not know how to do this all myself, but I really can't afford right now, the current moment, to hire some top-level event manager or anything. And I said, I don't even know nobody in that space. So what I did, I put a couple feelers out. I was on Snapchat asking people that had experience with the podcast, with the conferences. I put it on a couple other platforms, and immediately, I'm talking about 3 to 4 qualified people that wanted to help out and grow their own skills reached out. They sent me the resumes. We got some interviews scheduled next week, and I'm just excited that I had the foresight to ask the question, utilize your network. And there's so many of us right now that you're listening, you're looking at me right now, go through all this, move my hands a lot, and you have a network right in front of you that can help you to your dreams, to your goals, to whatever you're trying to do, but you're not using them. You're not asking the question. Your pride is in the way. Maybe it's your ego. Maybe you don't know how to ask. I don't know what it is. But I challenge you this week, whatever you're doing, ask somebody for help. All right? It's really simple. And my one goal for next week is to finalize the date for the Minority Trailblazer Conference, and then also have 3 potential venues and their costs itemized so we can go ahead and lock down the venue in the next couple weeks. My last thing, my challenge to you this week is to do one thing and one thing only. Going back to my big takeaway, find one area of life that you are struggling in and think about and put into the atmosphere who you need to find who can help you. And if you can't find out who, put it on a Facebook status. Send a couple emails, make a couple calls. Find the right excuse to get what you want. Stop looking for wrong excuses, whatever. Find the right excuse to get what you want, because remember, you deserve it. Why? Because you're a genius, and if you're asking for an explanation for that, I got you on another episode, all right? So have a phenomenal Monday. Thanks for tuning in, and this is your Weekly Thrive Report with Greg E. Hill, the Culture Change Agent.